Menamwase na yemfa today's agenda and twaso na da foforo na me guest the national organizer New Patriotic Party Sammy Owuku ono na oye me guest na political party the New Patriotic Party nyame adoma Ghana for ye nyina ye kabo mu ehye president Akufo-Addo animonyam wabato kwan so na madwuma ye hwe waye edetoto the NDC John Dramani Mahama ho na afi edim kunimdie ba na party no kabom ne di kan ekọ party mano nan so ene wo mo ekoche nkunimdie aba no mu animonyam eda party mano ase eda Ghana fo nyina ase ne mpre no so ni na the New Patriotic Party wo muguso a wo mo ene party fo no kasa na no pay ho nkomo ene ne akoso ene ne owura Sammy Owuku eba bedi ye ba behwe anamontu a wo mo etu no botaye a edi akire omo koye ne party mano ka kire wo mo eni da so a ewo ho afi eniema hodo a wo se wo motimi tu ho anamo ne boa ema political party the New Patriotic Party timi gina ne nice so se de bi kan kan ne mpre no so ni ka yeto abawie na se okokoda ase a ya na mpempi no obi be kan se wada ase awie adan na wo se wo san ekobio efahen ne fahen na omo etimi kokodru ye party ni base na wo form no ete say His Excellency the President Nana Akufo-Addo beye mampani ade ana ewo ho kese pa eye mabuno ene adwuma ho asem omo kọ form no sen na AC aircraft yenuanu ma no nso a omo ehia sika ade dwa maslog eho asem sen na eno nso esiko ebedi sa nkomo no nyina ene nsem ahodo a ewo ho no mo a ogidi sa no de one o manfo cha yeye no ye behwe na edisa enkomo no me kai wo se nyame adom a ochena na eye mede mampani ene Ghana memu kwan so no ayese nyame adom a adwada ye de beya fofida na ye yina ye de age ya home enti o ye nhye ya no akai e de no nso ahyem se bia wonte ya no akai e de no nso ahyem adope ye ne labor consultant edi nkomo ora iya dombo ache edi nkomo no na assembly tietie o se aban ye wo so ene adwumayefo adi ni ye papa visa wo hwe coronavirus e sha ase 2020 adwumayefo aban anyi obi adi to ya obi aka ye nuanom teachers for a whole year na omo enko adechireda na no na sister bi kan chema say ya ba asa no na me pay deep freezer di fie na me ka sika me nya no nsuo ton mu a ekwa ni mu say wi ano bo no na nipa nso ebehia nso nti afimu ho mfaso na ye nuanom teachers titru omo enyaye nanso bosome bia oji wakatua na wasan nso anya bra wo de beye adwuma foforo enti opani no kire se sabre wo sa adwumayefo tumi te mampani ne aban no ase na bibia no ekoye kasa enkasa ho na afi ye nyina etumi boa ehye economy no ema etumi egina yie sa nkomo no nso ye behwe na ye di na Sammy kasa ye Sammy di kan ebo amane no Sammy Owuku na ne oye guest a ye no ebedi enkomo kabo boko de
me just ya me hu wache
ya say cruise agada wase ho
me just say die kama here answer coming to me for way party man
yes
party a chitafo but we the message I heard ye ba Oman FM mo radio na mo kasa fidie so ene na 2 ti komoni bi ho no mo ba party officer na nketi mi omadi
ma eni ho komo kakra ukoba bia na nipa no ba ho no ne ade so nya ho no be na wom
me just bo no ma wa try so be hu
okay
but the bo no ma isa osusu dwumadi enti ontimi hu ntonya ye nya ton wo te se na Oman FM na 2 aton se o ba be di nkoma I'm say a Thai cocoa places at AC.
Okay.
Ya dom de but the to the bi omo mayeni dwumani susu bi emwa party ne aban. Try to you movie pa.
No
boys are boys manage.
Za kakra. Oni mu eyo nso ana Yankopon de be show nsa.
Ya bon pa se nyame be mai ho ahoden. Na bra no yetimi so enya odone Timano near the Asomo Diabua. National executives a Jumana Edding. We say out of the 16 regions, there are 13 regions.
Wow.
Near we and Rye, debate and none of them are PMO, near OT, Volta, and Eastern region. Until Jumana Edding, the Yakwa basis, and as we radio TV, Juma. na Joada na office kakra yen penifo ni na Joada kosi na etiosi ebesa akoye the last set, which is the central, western and western north. Inti me for a few days uncha NPP ko ma uncha Ghana for baby a opesa wotin e koso Ghana bi ade to national agenda mo de munity pen
dabi
ti ye momo achen the sans so mamo official pa Inti ya be de ne aba
said okay me who watch o African print no so ekoyi
Sammy
and again every bia na ye kofro bi poya ofro bia wontimi mfro ayi be huru
we so no don't a fitness level no
akosro why dey papa who did you na say ma who ye di
oh by your manager
yeah
why fitness level na bem
yeah
nti ya na me enko bi
ya answer one ka anye
abe pabna ne nkofo
okay today na ya fe yanko yankomo no eso the new patriotic party and abato echi ensemo ai wo ho anamo amuto madikan akode edikan na mo san akọ bio e de na e prompting say wo say mo san akọ bio
medase na emeze majinche mo kakra okase edikan akọ bio na yesan akọ bio man pese o chiase
na mpese me kire say imu wie na yeto aba wie no mo koda party man no ase
to afini ya chiase
sa na ne edi ho nkomo brebi me no di ho
yes start ya che
okay
the regions
okay
afini ya mu 13
okay afini ma mu 13
tiaka
mwana so akwan wa ti omu anam akoye bi
omu aja obobo ahun so tena nkran kakra wa hwa aban adwuma wa party adwuma na afi ya sanso ahye mre ya san kofe
okay nti afini na mo behwe no ma
chase ewo Greater Accra na wi ye de kopie Ashanti region ena ye de twaso de ko obono ena ye de koye ahafo ena ye de koye obono east ena fe ye san bankran ena ye bedi America kra wa ha ne boa ye ho ena ye tisi mu eko Isrem ye koye northern region ye koye northeast ye koye upper east ye koye upper west ena ye savannah ena ye san babeje ya ho meka ena fe na wotwe nshase no yesi mu ko eye Oti region ye koye Volta region ena no ano ye wie ewo Eastern region nti na ya sanso abedum kra
ene enkomo no ebeye defise minim se first phase no ane ato aba na wie no enkomo ho second phase no na enema ekọ na nim enkomo ho ena sa phase ya mo akoyi nso so enema nso akọ na nim nti ma yen hase emfamfiri na edi kan no ne ba bia name aba beduro enkomo ahodo akọ
so se ene yen komo no akoye MPP enkomo no Bibefa yeto abawie the party's effort about reorganization. Ne to so mi no so be ya ban so no nyuma kese ne ne ma ban bo hu dero. And also taking the executive committee anti born so both the form and no card na no ye hyesenka endu 10 cities.
Okay.
Aweni na ye subject to national executive committee. Ebeka se there be ye fa bi nka ho anayent but it's our proposal from the national steering committee say be propose that figure. It's here no ayaye and delegate conferences from constituency to region to national. Now from next year January, February, March, April, then June, July, here the national elections, regional constituency, electoral area and polling station area. Then the party's reorganization from bottom to the top is now complete.
Okay.
That is now when our party in Penifua in June. And July, national officers together another proposal about the National Executive Committee. They are prepared the grounds for when a party two major elections, the parliamentary primaries and the presidential primaries. Now, my memory will be you call around so some of the issues are party in Penifua, party C a reason. You're documenting it.
Okay.
If you want to share on your platform.
Yeah.
But some of it I'll touch on it on this platform. But yeah, we are reorganizational work in area. That is when then the party is looking forward to a major campaign to break the 8.
Me so hansa. Menka o man for say no Sammy Owuku national organizer the new patriotic party na edin komo na wo kasa e wo polling station register no. after registration na mo be determine ono ma ebeto aba from the polling station air chrono me gidi say nkomo kakra ho a no e wo say yehwe so we share near SC from other political party omo ye register no ono ma na wo register num e na eto aba ebinum aka say ebetumi anka party na ma obia or party card or a member of the party or party card ento aba sanje amoyi any register no ekojina fahin
first of all obi bia o card bia no oye in good standing nipa no you share wabakosem because then I'm because you're a member of the party. For you to be a member of the party you should be recommended to the party by a registered member.
Okay.
Say Mofabo Achepese or a member of the MPP or the Zongo Junction polling station. Say somebody or a member a recommending because we the minimum meet me 8 million sachet gem say the subai or your party ni another party no ana or person be kan party no 1 minimum. Now if a party no so why one back ya korehwe wachi na afi no so no ya ma hu why. Now, say Obi go through the process. A registered member of the party and in good standing. Now, a dumre ye penny4 at the polling station. Nipano 8 means so etwaba.
Okay.
The polling station executive in Nunwa ye can once.
Okay.
Now, Nipano, for you to be able to stand for a position in our party, you should have been a member for a number of years.
Okay.
Engineers will be joining now.
Okay.
Near the Kwakudi party penmo at the constituency, region, national or polling station.
Yeah, nam pembe brebe na bia obi ni ene den na wo buka fa bibi so no aye bibi na nkrofo party man complaining form na manya bi na nka me pesa me boa party no kwan biwe so onyonkwa age party no afa no mne ade kwan be na mode to a ebesi sa na ema no an.
No kwa woman say we will elect polling station executives in 2022 January. Young ko select is any pa to meet us. Or see my family as women organizer.
Okay.
My family mommy and son I will feel as secretary, as organizer. Now face is me and Moses media chairman. You see, the danger was any many said. So we are the son of party be Genevieve Bako. Nti say eye nanka ye nipa numu aye polling station executives ba ku fifie we mu ba ku fie busia we mu ba ku fi brono we so na me the 20 members for the camp party also the 20 be kan ye 5 on kwa no ye the 100 na be kan na me boa ba wanye ne sa na mo kwa ne obusia enum a e ma party ni grow. It affects the expansion and the membership drive of the party. And so as much as possible, we are encouraging and urging the constituencies. So, about almost supervising the election of the polling station executives. We should make sure, say, akwakoye representative enough in the community.
Okay.
Because they are at the nipa 20 become, Miss the 20 become, will be the 20 become. Yet now together no, we are bringing in new members into the party. If you do time, ye kwa juma na. Meaning say me ni 20 am dey buy ye kwa juma. Also the other buy kwa. But anya sa na kwa mon kwa mu numu. It doesn't inure to the benefit of them.
Afei yanko yanim.
Afei now. The two major things Rebecca then after ye reorganization from polling station to national. Then we are heading towards these two major contests. The parliamentary primaries and the presidential. Let me put on record. We have heard, Mr. Martin, say, me abeda, Bamaso, break the 8.
Break the 8.
We can only break the 8 when on two major fronts. Maintaining internal party discipline. And 2, rallying around Nana Akufo-Addo as our president to deliver on a second term mandate.
Okay.
Say ya organize a party ni nyina awie. Na ya san fa the maximum support as ya dem aban. As ya dem President Akufo-Addo. Dem the appointees of the government to ensure say a year to me kesi Ghana for the share Ghana mampeninsa. Ene bosha MPP share. Ene ni ayetimi aye wi a breaking the 8 will become a mirage. None of the presidential aspirants, Beba, and let me be very honest, I've heard several names, but maintain any of them openly saying that he's contesting.
Okay.
And you agree with
yes.
me? Several names there were and all of them are seeking to break the 8, which Nyankopon Ishraso na say NPP so koto abeyi omubia no party bebo omchidom to break the 8. But that person can only break the 8 on the record of President Akufo-Addo and the MPP's efforts from 2017 to 2024. It won't be on the person's personal record as a private person. Until we can only break the 8 when Yabwa president, I'm going to deliver on the major promises or SARS here from 2017 or year by 2020 or SARS call for renewed mandate to continue from where Yadija in 2020 to 2024. That will mean a strengthening one, our macro and micro economic gains. Yabuama access to credit, Omomunyes Kadia Jumomanyebi. A buy bosha or share COVID support, and not do aba any be a nam kwemu. A buy bosha or share in the area of education. I name Yabuama free SHS number, but making sure that it's entrenched and maintained. Yashimukina, a buying effort in agriculture with a renewed focus on industrialization. A buy a 1D, 1F. And ensuring say your one district, one warehouse, your one village, one dam, it could see saying anyhow Yashimukina atwaso. A buying effort in the area of housing. Anyhow a person boa Nagana Nibia or Pebe Bidin Tiato. See we acquire by 2024, the donors with access to some of these facilities. A buying effort in the area of healthcare. Ghana buying promise I make it a basic over 100 hospitals. And now I can confidently tell you because maybe more the propaganda say a year ago and you can but I can tell you that the consultants they've selected the various contractors as I speak to you they are going through a documentation and then land acquisition that because sorry that atomic energy Asase bia owura aban ebi wonu nkwa na bia aban besi no aban must negotiate with the chiefs and the people there one more test our plot and say resettle and obi bi obeka say the contractors having been selected obwa. Okay, and I can also tell you say aban so is secure and ebi work will secure some of it about funding into government's efforts in healthcare delivery and making it accessible to as many Ghanaians as possible. As also will be a record I will campaign on about government effort about in the area of energy. And they say the energy you want kakra and then I am very happy so should be to say the Minister for Energy no Queen he is doing very well. But abusia ono me be ya adwen say opanino e de enema egu akwanmu so far no ama emu adaho. There were 3 phases when it comes to yen power: about the generation, about the transmission, and about the distribution. About the generation, you are looking at 2 major agencies or institutions: Bui Power and the Volta River Authority. To moment generating power now, the next phase is the transmission. Now we produce no fadia ko places somehow a grid co. And a grid co so a the command ECG netco. Some distributed. Now we are facing some few challenges. One about grid co, machines are more the transmitting baby na dada. And in the past is taking a lot of effort. Ghana for any of these power distributors and these power transmission agency, and the Abomaka say machines no, either say be replace and be maintain and be repair. Okay. And the government has invested in it. About grid Kosea, about and then government is making sure say we are also helping to replace these machines that are obsolete.
Yeah, son, I can replace it. Yeah.
Senia etiapon you maintain. Okay. No service. Okay. Ni aye dada no you replace. Okay. Ni na no enye one day because a machine wajuma and one shishani and one tutu a different matter. But the government is also looking at getting bulk supply areas. Ebi ewo kaswa ebi Pokwase a ne wo Pokwase no yɛ about 95% complete and ne wo Kaswa no yɛ about 60%. We are looking for a set ne wo Pokwase no by end of July would have completed bulk supply.
Okay.
And ne wo Kaswa no so no nyame by August near vie.
Okay.
Into the current problems we are facing, I am convinced that it won't go beyond October.
And in your Juma said, you want to say, be out in and sign a 9 a year.
And possible.
Okay.
And even the technicians and the technical people will tell you that it's not possible. And Obikachem said, we should stop the lies. Now, you doom so in another form. I disagree. Respectfully, I disagree because with the doom so of the past, we had a timetable for almost every region.
Yes.
And it was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. power rationing.
Sometimes 24.
Now, what we have two major areas that almost face these outages. In Kumasi. Because of population expansion in these areas, a place like Kumasi, now they are being forced, say, consumption when it comes to electricity. I mean, say, the water levels, say, any other supply, so in terms of what is in there, so they are relying on other facilities moving near the other to also help produce and get them power for them to be able to also go about their duties. For government feels your pain, and as a party and government, we also feel the pain. Say, and then experience, but there is hope. Hope so a woman say. This government is determined, and through its Minister and Ministry of Energy, to nip this in the bud and make sure that this situation doesn't go beyond this year.
But back to
we are bound to face these challenges.
Okay.
But traditionally, it's difficult to change. But when progress demands, you need to change for it to have that process now. For all of us to also have our constant power supply and keeping our lights on.
Back to your discussion, I for party and ceremony party in Koma. I'm say share and Koma echo so form and near party mano eka. Maybe I didn't come hana do no acquire Juma ceremony. The more form no dear Namoti. Oh, near money be bro, one American say party for no Edibia to you. If you are meeting Canada with videos, if you also meeting attach, one of it is jobs. We have a major problem. The problem is that the government is not making efforts in providing jobs. But problem is that quite a number of our party people, I won't say majority, but quite a number of them say, Yaba Bemudia, Abaya Jume Biano, Abaya A Biano, so any opportunity Biano. It should be selective. And why? Because government policies cannot be discriminatory. Abaya Kofa NAPCO Ebaya as a measure to help say it will reduce the unemployment situation in the country. And come back a party for any and I am penny for what you want to be online. Yes.
Online. Winston Churchill Council was in the absence of anything good, the West is accepted to be the best. Under the current circumstances, what we have is an online application. So what to say? Abang fenipa ewajumebi. Make the effort. Apply online. Na yem party penny for so yem 1 to 1 among amount. Say you want to take the first step. And you also make yourself available. So what do you apply be? Now a moving program could be actually now. Not online no ebase select it and answer online in program the process no you bet me a guide you through for you to increase your chances of selection. Now your party benefit me abai fenipa. Me mean to organize NDC for to go and apply because me a party national organizer. So I owe it as a duty say you the better to in platforms. Now saying census for population and housing census. Omo funny pay in excess of 70,000. A online application. A abaya juma. Yent mean kase census for a young party penifone census for uncle cancer 70,000 no young family any juma into party for more apply into link no yes so they are total platform ni subi one more apply the corner e do tell say dey need dey chire bia yes we aboa wo no manyi
okay
ebi mo wo so so on take any initiative enko apply bi but over be can say na buy no yenya adwuma yenya menua dan be kan wa fidie so say ye buy nya obia na nya adwuma but anya woni nipa ba ko so a wanya adwuma ana ya me boa enya obia na nya adwuma but you can point to one person or two people actually say we there wanya adwuma sani pa no also made an effort na what make the effort anya kupon so ntimi nhira so yenu ma ya kire kom eye yenu muslimi for one more Quranic verse be emede there be am table Quran chapter 13 verse 11 or say no that's very Allah will not change the condition of a group of people until they change it themselves.
Okay.
No Allah will want me to sani pane shebre e just be pane to anamon as a best sani shebre to sana mon no na aboafo so abem ni aboa obi wo hoso so a waboa no ye fa nipa a ja wo so waboa no through the application a wanya adwuma so adwuma minya ye tua me 1,500
ti adwuma we dia mempe yawo sebe producer ye de adwuma bone na pe adwuma pa ebi aba no de kuhyem na wona mu na wa wanya wonan so agina no utimi etese ye border rules wo baby aye fa nipa then na no so wa apply party penifo de hu jimu ebe nwuma yi bi yeso ekowere mu boy enko for apply na ye fa nipa be 200 ye boy enko for through the application process e de ni de akire ye enko for ndodo ani bi susu nya mu hye no edu time a kofo ne frɛ nipa no okotie one kete o say 1,700 o man koje I mean for few messages na to us
iti ya o dey have about me so 1 minute ti to dey bi so a one party penifo then we become handicapped and then the people so did say once a wa ko apply odini din aba no party penifo at the constituency level
enkodi
akire ebi ekodi akire nipa 5 be mienu etimi nyom ti didi mu nyae 3 ne dey amfani ti party penifo akoton slot see, no so my constituency executives, no, then they come under attack. You best say your party in penny for. Sabe, when you more the animal, you know, be a just a but ya na kwanya be say ba, most more from hunim, na more apply, a major, yes, you nya a year near the knee at the HD. And the National Identification Authority, Fenipa. They are going to take almost quite a number from over 70,000 people who worked with them. One, you should have worked with them temporarily. Number two, we will be an annual year, Jumano, Udi Uhuni. So, no, sir, no, the application process. And now you 4 to 2, near now you'll be so Udimwa. No one you may be. But if we don't make the effort, near the Ninkwa 2-party leaderships were, we say, am I a comu? But Odrantin Fifra womb, national officers, your prayer with him, party for the prayer with him. Now, sometimes get a party for the Swasi, because we go on more. The Yamiane, the constituency chairman Unimo, the regional executive Unimo, the national officer Unimo, and Nipa Bako, and a day we have 600 calls. 600, no wait me, I pick him up by 150. None of the national officers of the party in less than 400 calls a day. None. Wow. And in fact, a moon penny for no day from chairman, secretary, and organizer, the minimum calls we get in a day about 600.
To pick Kibia, you know, 600 no, we nipa waiting me up picking a dodo on about 200. Because I knew my phone so away. Because yeah, can say. You baby, me share my phone so sia na o kasa se o break akre. Already 80 missed calls. Ya ntu we na the emphasis say all return these 80 missed calls. Say we baby na o kasa ni na bi so ba. So one here the rest of the day no o be phone ejuma. Obu also a wafra wa wanya won. Oh, an organizer na ya frame sa ni ade ade nti oguso kasa na line atiko. So be say nya obi ned na eto da bi so bi enika. Ba ko frame fi constituency bi wo Tifi Mountain. Frebe
11:30-12 na national organizer na say yes na mo na mo won kran no ye fremo phone na ye mo credit na ekwa na ye credit na ekọ
ya ti ya mo mfa no
anti mo mfa so wadaroma ye wo credit na bekọ tade na ye fremo mo 11:30-12 na me so with the on Chelsea and Zanka okay na me Friday so be fa ti be san froch na hwe unia kukudo na ni odo a why I say ya ye duma na ye na and say obufu and to the party people every day you should be cheerful e da ba ko a obubefu no he never forget.
Samuel K. Ohimi says, kindly ask couple,
yes,
what mechanism is the party putting in place to identify party members who work hard for the party in various constituencies, with the exception of those in Accra, Kumasi and other regional capitals, because all major positions such as ministers, CEOs, MDs, board chair and others in government are given to those living in Accra and Kumasi and other regional capitals. What becomes of those who live outside the rural capitals?
Yeah, today I'm going to tell you two stories.
Okay.
To answer this question. Abrante BC so seven previous seven omomutie we did them.
Yes.
Physically challenged.
Yes.
O di party echia na banye ntwem no me fa san show them fam. Ye besrem. O dey take the first step. Manimu a we take here no kwan ye be fa so aboa wo ne aboa.
Yemfa we ento aso.
Ye den na nipa ni between here online.
Okay.
I me fa 100,000 on Apco.
Okay.
You are getting
okay.
Ye den na local government fa nipa over there 600,000 too. Ebi mutimi fa mu application omunya ejuma. It meaning say there's something that ebi also wonya ye. To so ye ofem de. Na yes so ye mo awumpia. Nia metimi aka wo ho kasa de ne kasa kwa wo ho no.
Okay, so Jesse Buako says thumbs up to the national organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Supremo, they called you, for his dedication of service and commitment of quality delivery of MPP, Ghana and the rest of the world. His explanation on the polling station election, which normally create problems is in most constituencies, is on spot. Is spot on. Okay, I hope constituency executives will follow the due process and not to step on any tools when the time comes. Those who are planning the mafia. Mafia, the way they say them.
No comment.
No comment.
But we are urging the constituencies give fair opportunities for people. One person do musi or etwaba. And your party eduma. On say, na yakọ fon se bi ndi omuchim kakra. Wa be na yesi form ni ho.
O say kwa me says the India mesre no. Sammy Owuku himself is the mafia man.
I disagree. I disagree now. I reject the assertion. And I make a woman say, I'm not saying my different from the Tafri Ice Cube. So, another beyond a bed.
Okay.
Na no we do teams.
Mamen to adiemra and never come anim kakra be 10 minutes. Na me ba ye be hwe aban hihye ya wode ebe so galamse amaye no. Em say no nkomo a e wo kro me to ade ketua bi quick one. Sankofa natural herbs ebusua o perhaps a natural na ye Ghana de a sankofa. Titi a weekend yo kokro mu a na wakai se nketenkete pepper ne ne mekeka ho sa ye de aduane no e ade a unsabe kan bi wo sankofa fo ho. Ofre a ye be brobi 0555603153 0555603153 baby a ye ton spices obusa sankofa onsa ebeka bi Kings Air Scratch and Win promotion also a course washing machine afi TV ofa ne ama scratch card o scratch a bibi e wo so no na wafa e de aka hom ofanko barrier abeka free pipe junction ama saman poku yase for e ben total filling station no okoho a onsa ebeka bi free 0200 02004210004 02004210004 Spanish garlic mixture garlic and ya twimunsu enti ya pibi eno nso ye adwuma pa ya friend Spanish garlic mixture de haban dunsia na ka ho mia ya ye ton ro nyina wo kwa won sabe kan 0266114111 0266114111 promo kese a ekoso phone so ho phones Franco Trading Enterprise ena ede aba iPhone, Samsung, any phone bia wo hwehwe no okoha won sabe kan bi wo main office no e wa dabraka wo money Roxy Cinema ena ehwe animu oto online so a ade chess ronko e ho ne ma no yatete so ya free 0246422338 0246422338 Greenfield Scientific Herbal Center for ambulance service Shannon so one of the machines and swaba ebusua de hwe nipadua mu nti wo ba na ehwe nipadua no mu wie na problem bia ni ho a kofi but unya problem ana jotam bia 24/7 now per ambulance o friend ya yebeba ababo 0243983906 0243983906 so wo malaria ana wanya typhoid ana so pese o treme onipadua na yakama aduro ba ko na ewodwa so etimi yesa adwuma no Ruta Natural Product Company no na edia ba me ya ye ton ro nyina nso so ho okwa onsa ebeka bi ya free 0244503443 0244503443 National Organizer the Mad New Patriotic Party Sammy Owuku and Meneno AD and Commoner 2 TV Oman FM Ash FM Nap Radio and Afi Abawa UK any affiliates our more we are seeing as you will be as Sammy Aban Sheye Galamsey.
First of all, small scale mining idea contributes significantly to our nation's GDP. Ghana can call you seek as many idea small scale mining contribute to power. What we have in recent times, a situation where this small-scale mining degenerated into the pollution of our water bodies and the wanton destruction of our environment. Now, by this in and how we can coordinate effort near the sacral mujumedili. The government's vision and entirely achieved. We are achieving in now, but we are not where we were before 2017. This government decided, say, we won't think about the next election going into 2020, but we'll think about the next generation. Government set up several measures and set out several policies and guidelines to help arrest the situation. In it, your own party members became victims, but the government never stopped. The president was still determined and committed. So he wants to leave office knowing very well that our water bodies are clean, and want to leave office knowing very well that the Ghana kwakudum pempens will be a shayin na asusuno enyonya. In view of this, the young minister Obaye, very hard-working Afro-Minia Sammy Abujinapo name, the first major task was to also organize a broader stakeholder consultation that brought together presidents of the National and the Regional House of Chiefs, that of the former ministers of lands and natural resources, heads of the security agencies, minority and majority leadership in parliament, media, members of the diplomatic corps. Anyone who was about a year mining Jumedianis and year sacrum. Openi, your mother fight against Galamsey, a year partisan will lose it. No matter the good intentions of President Akufo-Addo, without bipartisan support, a burden. But I don't see that major cooperation and the honest cooperation from our brothers from the NDC side. And I'll give you an example. You saw a video of me in the mining areas. Our no catch them ahead of 2020 elections. Someone to send this year really bad. Whether regulated or unregulated. And baby, some of these major propaganda in all honesty, and baby NDC for no instead of buying to even help us arrest the situation. Instead, they fed the people with lots of propaganda. I was at Pristia Valley. I was at a Galamsey pit. I'm a name Rantene Air Casa. Says, I'm a Simunia, we need the Amber Pamaya Crave here, Juman. I had my first experience of going into the pit. Uko asiawa assassination. It's like a whole life. Now when I need a Mercedes, just you bought as a box. You took as several inches down.
And the national organizer Owuku.
You
need to go and organize.
Because say you can have about 200 people go assassination.
Wow.
I want na assassination so nkofo go asia. Na ni na aye dan me ket obi mesi. Nipa no ono onye engineer, onye accountant, and onye teacher. Nya yawo na to ni nia onim no eye eba issues of mining. Into ono no sa nipa no small scale mining na wa ya. Into ba na wo catch na say wo to Peter kataso. E na afezu baby a wo betu no. Make sure say moye mo adwuma awie no mo bedua ebia abe any issues of land reclamation, any reforestation, the environment can also be protected. A kasade kasapane kasachre. About where this in any so be a friend of community mining. And no under the former minister, Professor from Pongwatin, any asomachre. Yeah, the sign made by and many of these sites and so yeah, community mining. Ebu also we negotiated with some of the big mining firms on here large scale to cede off part of their concession from Ranti AB. Ebu all quite intervening in the Upper West. So government has not gone to sleep. But yeah, you say we took 2 steps forward. Now when you are now on an economy, about the cameras are so ye na ye boa. But oh dear no ono so wachi no no de ayi wo wachi nti wa wi a momo kono no agi ebi mo numbers also we mo we bad e mo mo kodi mo djuma nti it makes it very difficult for government, but I am confident say aban hyehyɛ no de aba a man say so mo didi eno de me na ada ho but the fa kwan paso ne fa because sabe it say wo ye na ye kwa sorry see ye be ko heaven meboa ye so nyame see ye be ko heaven. Kwesi abedu nyankopon baba be fa ne die wo rapture nyankopon list aye boboye wo heaven one ko bi aso dem also bible a wo de ko aso dem no so obi awia nti wo kofia ya da na chese aso ne kra wo ko bi e na rapture e na nkan. Why am I saying this? Me metemani area e wo takwa oboase Pristia Univali and Memphis West agudi amuti minya bi ni insuo so amenum bi so ama pollutu no a na chese sotro ani ha mi no enu nti na ye nuanu mo ye segment anom na aso dodo na aye mrante me me the government is engaging them abaye mpese obeyi o maduane afi o table so da nemom ye mo na adwumadie na mudi no you don't end up also creating a mess for the environment no more titemamufo no insuo mo nya bi no then it becomes a burden on government. A good and chemicals are moody to a good year and mercury near the other so near the untold hardship abroad. This is me, I'm happy with the part government has chosen. Okay. Anybody criticizing government, and I read Sam Jonas reflections. I take reflections to me and say, Adia wakoda and on hindsight, and your thoughts on it, which is good. We challenge him and we disagree on a matter of principle. About Emrantie mining idea, we cannot ban small scale mining, but we can help regulate them for them also to be meaningful citizens. And number 2, maybe Baya, he says South Africa was the largest producer of gold in the world at a point in time, producing 25% of the world's needs about gold. And then only 3% in terms of contribution, meaning say the deposit what the soil of South Africa are from. But if South Africa polluted these water bodies like we have as is going on now, I don't think there will be a South Africa today. Again, also, I also disagree on this point. Say, and now become what's more. Then social silence. I disagree with Sam. This government has been one of the most tolerant governments in history. This is a government or bit me na radio so a conjure a whole publication. No, I can't say, hey, President Akwese, President no cream. Yeah. Hey, President Akoton way, President and the Bush of Obonichi Noka. But this government on no occasion it's make us say any power when I say Kusha Farens. But never many BS pay on. Also Bempa, Ebekasa etia
Ibrahim.
No.
Okay.
Make a bells abai.
Okay.
You don't know what to be an eye. That's he was in the same party. No, Nana couldn't change.
Yeah.
And the Satan can end deep in Omonte.
Yeah.
You're trying where power lies. And when President Kufuor intervened, say, in fact, and in the similar case of Ken Japan, Honorable Ken, Mama said, let's use a bulldozer to kill an ant. So meaning, say, we've gone through a certain distance and a journey. But under President Kufuor, you disagree with him. When you disagree, it's fair. But people should not also think that when you also make your point known, be it reflections, be it articles, be it idea also abekano. For instance, and an opportunity to address Rotary. The respected Sir Sam Jonah had the privilege to address a very distinguished body, Rotary. You know more text about phones. Only the opportunity to appear on that platform. To those who use already to also make his or her point known. And our democracy we practice is evolving. I agree that every political party has fringe element. But that should not also prevent us from making our point known. And again, on the issues about civil societies, they've lost their voices. We also disagree as a party. Why? Because under this same government, PDS was led by even people within our party.
Yes.
And that's of civil society. He says, "Ma Abai fan and Hunkushim." Abai also realizes that many people no man needed to pull the brakes. Abai decided to turn away. The issue of Ejapa, civil society, any stakeholders, I can say no. We ain't share a whole contractual agreement. This animal, Abai listen to them. DVLE. I quite remember every time Omode sa first aid kit. Eba near pricing at a certain price. Civil society, media intervene. Government says, no, you shouldn't be. Last but not the least, roto. In fact, no, towing levy.
Towing levy.
Your Baba can say, hey, and I dear banner see a shemunia share a whole policy near a buy says, let's withdraw it, let's consult broadly. So, this is not a government you can say, my friend and we are always open to dialogue. We continue to engage the Ghanaian people. We want you to be citizens. But where your freedom ends, I want to make the best start. Let's disagree to agree. Thank you.
But as I saw by the name is Sammy Owuku. In fact, oye mampo kuapim kuntunchi niba Sammy Owuku. Na apesamaka hene nana irenchi. Nana Sammy mo abaso. Wano ate. We are proud of you.
Nana was standing to my friend.
And yeah, no ama ho aya. Banasco, I can't read your message. A lot of messages are free. Fache me afi obi a ode message ba bia no. Momfa encheme ye breno ekopa Banasco medical can fache me JB e won sanwam onso fache me kwia o ka ho bi e na obia a ode message ba jifa baku e hwe production no e de my Solomon Sasu men God na sarbidi akonsolas nti aboaje osa berema focus edubofo ejekum safo kwesini nsin na afi won me wo MCR Abu Karim da obia smidin ede ya amufa wachi weekend money away and wa hwe ho ye exercise nso a ebebo nyame ya adoma Tuesday ebehia every say Monday holiday open ya me ne di nkomo no Owura Sammy Owuku national organizer edema a new patriotic party every time ebehia makra